The European Internet Network brings you the news, sponsored by DHL Worldwide Express, your distribution partners.
Hello and welcome to Inside China Today. I'm Deirdre Brennan, and here are some of the stories we're following for Monday, May 4th. A man arrested for trespassing on a Chinese naval ship says he was beaten by Chinese sailors. China admits it has a missing tanker in its custody. And no damages reported after an earthquake in Taiwan. A man arrested on Monday by Australian police after jumping onto a Chinese Navy vessel entering the Sydney harbour claims he was assaulted by Chinese sailors after they threw a tarp over him. Yelling, "Free Tibet!" the protester, Robert Samsa, jumped from an inflatable dinghy onto the deck of the lead destroyer Qingdao, where he stayed until the ship docked in port. He is now in court awaiting charges of trespassing. Fellow activist Ian Cohen says Samsa was kicked and punched by sailors while on board the Chinese vessel. He says the Chinese reacted in a brutal, totalitarian manner. The 3 Chinese warships are on a historic visit to Australia. China admitted on Monday that it has in its custody a petroleum tanker that has been missing since April 17th. Chinese officials say this ship was suspected of smuggling after it was caught transferring oil to another tanker in Chinese waters. Chinese maritime police have arrested 12 Indonesians in connection with the hijacking of the vessel, and a Chinese ship has also been detained. The Honduran-flagged Malaysian-owned tanker was carrying $1.5 million worth of gas, oil, and kerosene. China's prestigious Beijing University, a traditional hotbed of political dissent, celebrates the 100th year of its founding on Monday. Thousands of alumni are expected to gather in the capital Beijing to mark the anniversary. Chinese President Jiang Zemin is scheduled to address graduates and students in a speech later on Monday. Police in the Portuguese-administered enclave of Macau on Friday arrested alleged organized crime boss Wang Kwok. Police say the man, who is also known as Broken Tooth, was arrested on suspicion of being a member of the Chinese triad known as the 14K. He faces a prison sentence of up to 16 years if found guilty. A dozen other suspected organized crime members were also arrested on Friday night. Officials in Taiwan say there were no immediate reports of damage after an earthquake measuring 6.3 on the Richter scale struck the island Monday morning. The Central Weather Bureau says the quake was felt across the island and that buildings swayed in the capital Taipei. The epicenter was about 100 miles due southeast of Taiwan's coastal city of Hualien. And now for a look at Wednesday's weather. Expect partly cloudy skies over Beijing. Daytime highs will reach around 80 with overnight lows dropping to around 60. It will rain in Shanghai. Highs will reach the mid-60s with overnight lows around 55. Hong Kong will see thunderstorms. Highs will reach the mid-80s with overnight lows around 75. It will be rainy in Taipei. Highs will reach the mid-80s with overnight lows in the mid-70s. And that's Inside China Today. For the European Internet Network, this is Deirdre Brennan.
Today's news was brought to you by DHL Worldwide Express.